Hi there. So you've wandered onto a YouTube channel about psychedelic assisted psychotherapy and you're like, hey, why the heck is this here? Well, let's get into it. So hi everybody, my name is Jill. Welcome to the Journey Sage, where I am creating the content that I wish had been around when I was going through psychedelic assisted psychotherapy to help me heal my childhood trauma-induced PTSD. And I was called to create this content, and I say called because I was a teacher back in the day. That's actually how I started my career. And I feel a really strong mission to help explain what this therapy is in a credible, realistic way to help other people make decisions that they're going to make around their mental health. So first of all, you can check me out. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on the internet. There are podcasts. I have 2 books. I have a memoir that talks about my year of healing. I also have a workbook to help people with intentions. I basically have all of that content out on the internet as a way to show you who I am. I came to this therapy not as a drug user. I had all of the stereotypes in my head of the egg in the frying pan. I'm Generation X. And before I heard of this therapy, I never would have dreamed that psychedelics could be used in a positive way for mental health. And I think it's really important that you hear that kind of story from me, somebody who was really new to this particular kind of medicine, this particular kind of drug. Secondly, I think it's really important that we hear from voices, we hear from patients. I'm a patient in this. I am not a doctor. I don't know how exactly the psychedelics work in terms of the brain chemistry. But what I can explain extremely well is how they helped me heal from PTSD, how they allowed me to look at my childhood in a different way, how I was able to reframe incredibly limiting beliefs, how I could stop being suicidal. I can explain all of that. And I think that's super, super helpful. It's okay. I'm willing to share my story. I went ahead and did it. My reputation, my background is really not super important if my story can help one other person. And then lastly, I'm creating this little library of content to explain definitions, to explain processes, because when the FDA approves this particular therapy, it's already been approved in Australia, I think we're going to see a lot of amazing marketing claims. And I know how it feels to be desperate and looking for a solution. And I want to equip people with a bunch of information that can help them decide exactly what route they want to go for their own mental aid, whatever they choose to help them heal. And so that's basically it. Take a look through the content. Feel free to grab the books off of Amazon or head on over to thejourneysage.com for a lot more resources. Feel free, you can even throw questions in the comments below, because ultimately my goal is to help people understand this therapy. So the more questions I get from you folks, the more I'll be able to help. And so with that, take care until next time.